All right, here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Reyes Reflection Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, rate. That's how we're going to grow. Follow me on the socials at I'm Nathanael Reyes. Special shout out to my partners, Mad Rabbit Tattoo Aftercare. BYOB has its own meaning, build your own bundle. Jocko Fuel provides you with clean energy for workouts. Check out their website, save 10% when you use promo code Reyes Reflection. And my newest partner, ARave Cards, your hub for finishing or starting your Pokemon card collection. Check out their eBay and Facebook page to get yourself going. Now, every day I wake up and I feel like a superhero. Today is no other because I call up my boy here, all right? Yes, it's kind of like when Iron Man calls up Captain America and he's like, we gotta go save the world. I call up my boy and he's over here and he's like, yeah, we're going to go hit this pod right before the holiday. So I appreciate him doing that, taking time out of his busy day. Some of you may know him as J Money, JJ, Jelly Bean, Jackpot, Juicy J, Jay Walker. Nobody's ever called you these.
Yo, Jelly Bean is crazy.
So without further ado, I know him as my boy, JG. Welcome back to the pod part 2.
Yeah, we here.
We're here. Don't be afraid to talk to the mic. We got this. All right.
This one's about to be better than the last one, too.
That's right. They always say that the first is better than the sequel. Nah, fuck this. The sequel's going to be better than the first. I guarantee that.
More life since then.
So a lot of people, one of the reasons why I got you back on is because I got a lot of good feedback from our first episode, from our authentic conversation. I also got a lot of pushback. Obviously, sometimes some people, you can't please everybody. That it's going to happen. So I want to hear from you. Why do you think our first interview went so well?
I think first, the most obvious is because I've been knowing you since I was a kid. So it's like, I don't know, that, like I said earlier before we started, that just makes the comfortability level way higher. It's way easier to ease into conversations. And, we're both people that can really genuinely just speak about things, you know what I mean? And branch off. And I feel like the way our conversation was, it was both of us leaning in the same direction.
Yeah, it was authentic. It was real. What do you say to the people that are having a pushback on, sometimes if they don't agree with you? We talked a little bit about that off camera. Sometimes you say some things and some people may not agree with it or they may not like it. And in some cases, let's talk Matt Rife. Let's not talk about each other. Are you familiar with that situation? Yeah. What's your take on something like that?
So, are you talking about the fact that people are kind of not liking him because what he said about his fans?
Yeah, they're pushing back because of the whole he made the joke at the comedy show, and then all of a sudden he made another joke where he sent the link about if this offends you here, collect this.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on something like that?
Well, personally with Matt Rife, I think he's just trying to be edgy with his responses to because I feel like he's seeing it as there's one of two ways you can respond to negative feedback. Is I think this is how he's seen it. I could be wrong, but I think it's he's just seeing it as there's one of two ways you can either be cower down or double down. And I feel like he's just trying to double down to show yo, this is what comedy is, and he wants to be more than his looks, apparently, is what he's saying. So I think that's his way of doing it. But what I would say for negative feedback with me, or at least if we're talking about the last podcast, would just be shit, I'm not famous yet. My DMs are open. If you ever want to talk. I can talk stuff out because I see everybody's perspective on other things too. You know what I mean?
I think that's what makes you different than other people too. Is you're real. You're as real as they come. So a lot of people will you'll be able to give your honest take on something, but it's not coming from a place of hate. It's not coming from a place of malice. It's always coming from a place of just honestly life experiences or even just your own perspective on the situation.
I'm also only 22. I've only lived in one place my whole life. I've traveled, but I haven't seen everything. So my perspective even though opinions can't be right or wrong, I might end up changing my opinion on something so I could hear you out on whatever you got to say, you know what I mean? But I feel like we're so accustomed to just I don't know, the back and forth, you know what I mean? People like the argument rather than actually getting points across and having people actually hear what you got to say. So I feel like even a lot of that outrage is more just to have outrage.
Yeah.
Not because they're actually mad at something. Mm-hmm. They just want to be mad at something. That's why if you give them the chance to talk about it, half the time people are gonna be like, well, once they start hearing themselves explain it, they might change what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying?
That's a valid point. I know. I agree with that. I agree with that. How's working at the Garden going? I know you're wearing a Pistons sweatshirt. We talked about it off camera. A player, you got it from a player.
Yeah, well, they didn't give it to me. They just like
They just left it.
yeah, you know. Sometimes they leave gear and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And it's up when it's up for grabs. It's up for grabs, and it's a nice sweatshirt. Something that actually fits me too, because you know most of these guys are like 6'4" plus, and I'm not gonna say my height, but I'm not. Now I'm 5'8". You know, so I'm not that tall, so it usually don't fit.
So who do you think was that? Had to have been a small guard then, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the Pistons.
No,
No,
but
the worst team in the league, but they're solid. Like
Yeah.
the gear solid. That's what I'm thinking.
it's a Nike too. It's
Yeah,
Nike,
fine.
yeah.
Nice material. I like that dry fit.
No, I'm with it. I'm with
They
it.
got good. They got good gear this year.
You know, Celtics are the only undefeated team at home.
Yeah, it's crazy. What do we like?
Knock on wood, 14-0, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There you go. I
bro.
knocked on
The
wood.
games- yeah, facts.
Yeah.
The games have been nuts. Bro.
Yeah.
Like the Garden. Like I don't know if you've seen our last home game when JB hit like 3 threes in a row or something.
No, I didn't.
The Garden gets so loud, it's like deafening, but it's like that's my favorite moment. It's like of all, my favorite thing about being there is when like we go on a run of like 6 points, 8 points, 10 points, and the Garden just gets louder and louder and louder.
Yeah.
It's so fire. Especially with this 14-0 streak, it's like there's a story building, you know what I mean? So people are more excited to go to these games, and they're just like, damn, we could have the longest home streak, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're gonna want
love
that.
Yeah.
So I think they need one more bench piece. What's your take on that?
My take personally,
Yeah. Do you think they're good as the way they are?
I think we're great.
Really?
But right, I think our bench piece, I don't think we need to necessarily like go find somebody. I think we could, you know, the trade deadline's coming up.
Or buyout
And I
market,
think-
yeah.
Yeah, and knowing how Brad Stevens been, I'm pretty sure he will, you know what I mean? Like go get some pieces. But I think how do you pronounce his name? Nemus, his first name? Is it something like that? Keita, number 88.
Okay.
He is tough. He's a really good big man. I think that if you just like develop him more,
Yeah.
he could be like a Rob Williams with more muscle.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? He's already showing like mad potential with his shot blocking and just his rebounding. And what I like is he's mad aggressive. I think that's what we need too, is just like somebody to just be a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause we have our moments where we're just like, oh, you just show it like, but we need somebody that's consistently a dog. And like that's what Marcus Smart was. So I feel like that's what we lost when we traded him.
Yeah.
So if we do add another piece, I think it needs to be someone that could either have that or bring that out of somebody else.
They're trying to get that dude from the Pistons, that Isaiah Stewart dude.
He's a really good. Yeah, that would be a good example of that because he plays with passion.
Yes.
He plays hard. He's always into it, I feel like.
I saw the Celtics, the Mavs, and the Kings are interested in him. So hopefully,
Yeah,
I mean,
did see that too, actually.
I could see him being a good piece for us because I think Kristaps Porzingis has been pretty good, but
Yeah,
he's
been amazing.
Yeah, but he can be a little not durable. And then Al Horford is as fantastic as he is and as great of a leader as he is. He is getting up there in age. So hopefully we can find that young big man that's sturdy. And I think that's what Robert Williams lacked. I liked him a lot, but I think he lacked the sturdiness and the strength to
Definitely.
stay long, if that makes sense. The longevity of his career.
Yeah. Nah, facts. It's tough with him too because like I don't know if you remember, if you know, but last year before when we was in our playoff, it might have been last year when we was in our playoff run, or the year before that, he had a surgery where it was like you could either take way longer to heal but you'll be stronger, or like take out, like it was like his meniscus or something. You do a surgery to take it out instead, you know, and you can come back faster but you'll be weaker. He did that so he could like come back sooner to help us win a championship, but we didn't win it, you know, and then I think that ended up like making his recovery process.
Yeah. It prolonged it. Yeah.
But he took the risk for the now, which I respect because he wanted that chip for the Celtics, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. And now he's doing his thing over in Portland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question that I feel like is very important. So you're obviously on the come up. You're grinding. I see a lot of your work. Your boys here. One of your cameraman's here. A lot of people that are working for you and working with you to try to help you propel to that next level.
Yeah.
But you're still working, obviously. You're still doing
100%.
other jobs to try to help yourself.
Oh, yeah,
Because bills got to be paid, insurance got to be paid, things like that. So what piece of advice is it? Do something that you love, because you obviously love your job now.
Yeah.
But you're still pursuing your passion.
And I definitely got blessed with that, with the Celtics job. So it does make it easier because, like you said, I love my job, and it's like I've loved basketball since before I got that job. But even there was a time where I didn't work at the job, and I was just working like 70-hour weeks between 2 other jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I think the main thing would be, a lot of people say, like, I don't know, the idea that, oh, I don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just fake, because all we have is time. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
the only thing that you genuinely have. As long as you're breathing, the only thing you can actually possess is time. So I'd say the main thing to people is, like, you know, work how you got to work to pay your bills. You know what I mean? But every other moment, if you're dead serious about something, every other moment needs to be spent grinding towards that. Like, I tell Chris all the time, I know where I'm going to end up. I already know that I'm going to do what I got to do. And it's not because some random thing told me, I didn't have a dream. It's not because I know I'm the most talented. I think it's just because I know I'm going to keep working until it hits. Mm-hmm. Every single day I'm going to wake up and work till it hits. I'm going to take care of what I got to take care of. But then if I clock out at 3, as soon as I hop in my car at 3:05, I'm writing songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at work, I'm writing songs. Like, I multitask 24/7. A lot of people will be like, you know, oh, I had to quit my job because I want to do music full time. How can you do music full time when you're not getting paid for it? You need to handle what you got to handle, but full time doesn't just mean like in the hours that you would be working. Full time means 24/7. Any window of space that you have, put that towards your dream. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's such a good point that you make, because I think some people do get lost with that. And it works out for some, so I'm not trying to say it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people will just kind of quit their job, and then all of a sudden they're struggling to make ends meet, and it's because, well, you just quit your job and you're not making any money right now. Yeah, so definitely. How do you expect that? Like, you can't expect that cash flow. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Absolutely, you want to be paid for what you're doing. But I think what's really cool for you is that you're in this predicament of trying to grind, trying to work, because it is work.
Yeah.
It's not just you. It's not just you being like, hey, look at me on Instagram so I can get likes, so I can get clicks.
No, it's a lot of work.
No, I'm working. Yeah, I seen your videos. They're professionally graded done. So I want to shout out Chris right here, because I think he does a really good job of trying to promote you and things like that too. Yeah.
No, that is also like something I got to touch on. Like, another thing that I'm blessed with is like having that team. Like you said, like even the fact that you pointed out that you notice how much he promotes me. Like, a lot of people have hit Chris up like, yo, let me get a feature. Yo, let me do it, because they think he's me because of how heavily he promotes me. But nah, for real, that's another reason. I know, like, you combine my work ethic, or our work ethic, as a matter of fact, with our love for each other and, like, the selflessness. And it like, bro, you know what I mean? It's magic.
There's so much work that's in the dark and behind the scenes. There's editing. There's trying to get clips. There's trying to get, right content out there. And for you, it's behind the dark. You're writing these songs. Your team is editing. You're trying to get these videos. You're trying to get takes on how to get, it's not just one take. Oh, yeah. I'm in front of the camera. I'm good.
Yeah,
so
we make it look good.
Exactly.
That's part of the hard work. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? Is making it. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Part of the hard work is making it look like it's not hard work. And honestly,
yes.
I started taking that as more of a compliment when people think, wow, this is so natural for you. Wow, it's so easy. It's not. Like, rapping isn't natural for me. I just listen to music the same way everybody else did, and I know how my brain works, and that I could break things down. That's all I did. Yeah. It's not like, and it's like, yeah, that might sound like it's natural, but like there was a day where I had to decide I was going to rap, and I had to work towards it, and I had to buy equipment, and I had to learn how to mix and master, even though I haven't done that in a while, but that's what I was doing when I first started. There was a whole process to this. Like, it took like the 3-minute song. Like, it takes years to make a 3-minute song, for real. So it's like, even if that 3-minute song blows up, it took years to get the skill, the knowledge, the patience, all of that to make that only 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So I want to switch up a little bit because last time I had you on, we got a lot of good feedback based on our interactive conversation. So I actually asked some fans to go ahead and ask questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to answer some, okay? All right. So the first one that somebody said was, what's your take on toxic masculinity?
You want me to go first?
Yeah. You're the guest. You're the guest.
My take on toxic masculinity. My take is, first of all, that majority of people, I'm going to say women, because I feel like that's where it stemmed from.
It's true.
Like, not stemmed from that. That's where it started becoming a topic discussion again in the last few years. But
because dudes, a bro isn't going to say to another bro, "You're being toxic. You have toxic masculinity." So yeah. I know what you're trying to get.
We know what real toxic masculinity. They think toxic masculinity is like, oh, you're being this, that, you're doing this. Like, most of those things that they say is toxic masculinity is just masculinity.
Yes.
But they don't like it because they are feminine. It's not made for them. It's masculinity.
Correct.
And what I think is toxic masculinity is like, like, oh my bad. Like, if there's people, I know people that said they go into the shower when they cry so they can't tell the difference. That's like toxic masculinity for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But a lot of the things, I don't know, just a lot of things that I see personally on Twitter and Instagram, it's all toxic masculinity. It's like that. Those words are just thrown around so often that it's like it loses the actual meaning. And it's like, how can you tell a man what toxic masculinity is? I'm not going to tell you what toxic femininity
right.
or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're like, I don't even know how to say it.
Because I don't know. I'm not feminine, so I don't know.
I would have to agree with you. I think a lot of what is deemed as toxic, going to the gym, chilling with your boys, hanging out, doing shit like that, is deemed as toxic, but it's really not. It's actually just it's
healthy for us.
It's normal
actually.
shit. It is.
It's more than normal. It's healthy. Like, I gotta chill with my guys sometimes more than my girl. Yeah.
Yes.
They understand me more than anybody. Like, yes, I need that. They're the people I vent to.
Well, it kind of goes into this, right? When you're training for a fight as a boxer or a UFC fighter, you hang out with all dudes because you're training, you're sparring, you're with your boys. You're not with your girl. Yeah. Like, you're really not.
No,
like,
because you need that.
You need that, like, healthy energy of like, no, like, we're trying to fuck shit up. Like, that's what we got to do.
Testosterone needs to be flowing. Like, yeah, you need to be ready to go to war.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're right 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's my take on it, too. I feel like what's deemed as toxic masculinity a lot of times is not. But like you said, there are instances where people are like, oh, no, I'm not going to show that I'm sad because that makes me weak. Like, okay, that I can understand. But not going to the gym, shooting the shit with your boys. Yeah. Like, okay.
And that's exactly. And I can understand why a lot of women wouldn't like these things, but that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not made for you. It's masculinity. So why? Of course, it's gonna look toxic to you. It might be toxic to femininity. I don't even know how to pronounce that word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I know what you. Yeah.
It might be toxic to that. Same way that will be toxic to other masculine things, the way they combat. But it's just like it's for us.
Well, my stance on it is this. If you're saying that that's toxic, right? Then it's no different than like when you have a coffee date, or if you with your girls, or if you go get your nails done and then you're talking a bunch of shit. That's the same. Literally. Like, with all due respect, that's the same thing.
Facts. Because I could be like, "Oh, that's toxic," but really, you're just blowing off steam. Maybe that's just how you need whatever. If that's how you guys handle things, I can understand it. It's toxic to me. Yeah. But maybe it just helps you.
But to me, we're not just going to sit around and talk about our feelings or why we're upset. We're going to go and laugh and try to make fun. Yeah. That's one of the things I said. I grew up with all brothers, so one of the things I love is like this mentality that, and this is something I noticed that a lot of boys, and maybe you can attest to it with your boys, whether you have $5 in the bank or $5,000 in the bank, you can still have a great time with your boys.
Oh, nah, 100%.
Am I wrong? No.
1,000%.
You always can have a good time with your boys.
Yeah, especially us, like, not like, because I like to say, like, the ones with the least resources are the most resourceful. So it's like, when we do have $5, like, we make it stretch, we make it work somehow. You're forced to have your mind in a way like, damn, I'm not about to just sit around bored. We got to figure out some way to have fun, some way to stimulate our brain. So I like, definitely.
No, I like it. I agree. I'm not gonna just for the audience. I'm not gonna say these users' names because I'm not gonna put them on blast. I don't think that's fair. But So, all right, here's another one. Ready? So, my girlfriend says I am insecure because I told her I don't like the idea of her doing OnlyFans. What should I do if I've already told her?
Yo,
this is crazy.
Bro, my honest opinion, bro.
Yeah, let's
over.
It's bro, that would be my honest opinion.
Done,
is
bro.
break it off. I'm sorry.
But there's definitely a discussion to be had. But that is crazy. I can't do it personally. Like, if that's my dilemma, I'm gonna just be like, look, I don't want to hold you back. If that's really, really what you want to do what you got to do. Just do it without me, because I can't be a part of it. You feel me?
Oh shit! It sounds like he already said to her, "Hey, I don't want you doing
she's
that."
Still trying to,
but she's still. So it's like,
nah, that's mad. Yeah, that's crazy. That's disrespecting the relationship, in my opinion.
I agree.
You feel me? And it's like, if she's like, well, my body, okay, that's fine. Do what you got to do. But that doesn't change the fact that it's disrespecting the relationship. Same way he can go and, have sex with a bunch of girls, and that's still disrespecting the relationship, but it's his body, his choice. He can do what he wants.
That's right.
But it's still disrespecting the relationship. You feel me? So.
And she can. Have you been out?
Yeah.
I have been out. Like,
yeah.
What do you expect
and
him
she's
to say?
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what do you expect him to say? Like, poor dude, man.
I would not be comfortable with my girl selling anything, any part of her body. I'm
not
comfortable with that.
Reading this, it sounds like I said. He says, "My girlfriend says I'm insecure because I told her I don't like the idea of her doing OnlyFans."
That's the craziest part. He's insecure for that.
That's bad. I
think it's more insecure to instantly jump out and say he's insecure for that, because you can't even hear negative feedback towards what you say you want to do. You want to go on camera, but you can't even have somebody give you negative feedback. Somebody that loves you too, trying to actually, and it's not even negative. Honestly, it's positive. But you're gonna receive it as negative.
I was gonna say. He did everything he was supposed to. He went and pulled. If he's telling the truth, I don't know.
Yeah, facts.
He went and he told her what made him insecure in the relationship, which is
beforehand.
What they want people to do.
Yeah.
And so, my advice to you, my friend: there's 7 billion people in the world, and about 4 of them are women. It might be better off to move on, my friend. That's my advice.
Facts. We're still young.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mean to be mean, but all right, here's another one. Prior to COVID, I trusted the government, and I believed they had my best interests at heart. Now I don't trust them. Do you trust the government? Wow, you're trying to get us in trouble.
Yeah, bro. What do you mean, do I trust the government? Damn.
Oh, shit. All right.
Nah, you got that one.
All right, I'll take this one. Okay. So my take on it is this. Are there things that are done with our best interests at heart all the times? I don't agree with that. I don't think so. No. The prior to COVID, I mean, that's a separate issue. I'm just going to go ahead and answer the question, do I trust the government? Are there issues that I trust them with? Sure. Are there issues that I don't trust them with? Sure. I think that, like all things in life, where there's a human element, right? There's a human element. And let's go off of this example. If you and I are playing 2K, and we say, hey, for $500, we're putting it on every game, $500, and you're whooping my ass. If I can cheat, do you think I'm not going to cheat? You go to the bathroom, I put my sliders on just so you're not whooping my ass all the time. You know what I mean?
That's a good analogy.
So I guess that's my take on it. My take on it is like, you're like, hey, I got to go take a piss break, and then you go ahead and I go to my sliders, and I put mine all the way up, and I put yours a little down, so that way it's not as lopsided.
Yeah.
So why?
We can never check that either. You can't even open settings to know that the sliders are up and down.
Exactly.
You just got to play the game.
So my take on it is this: are there situations in which that it could be deemed as untrustworthy? Sure. But are there things that I just kind of understand and I just go on? Absolutely, because I don't want to make waves. I don't want to, because they're a bigger entity. I personally believe that. You have Democrats and Republicans arguing almost about the same thing. That's my take on it. They argue all day about the same thing.
I honestly don't even want. Yeah, I can't even get political, because that is like, I think it's actually insane. I just think it's like,
that they get paid for that.
Yeah, and like you said, they're honestly on the same side.
Yeah,
the people that don't realize that are like, it's just the small things that they disagree with, and it's like how they want to do something. But for the most part, the 2 people at the top, red or blue, they don't matter, bro. They're chilling in rooms that you will never even imagine, and they're together.
Yes. and they're chilling, they're hanging out.
You two arguing.
Well, and that's all right. So that's another take I have on it, right? So let's say I had to take, as my dog is being annoying this episode. Just kidding, I love you. But let's say you and I, right? We have to go ahead and we have to fight 100 dogs. Let's just say they say, hey, you two have to fight 100 dogs. What are we gonna do? We're gonna try to make the big ones turn on the little ones, or the little ones turn on the big ones. You're gonna try to find a reason as to why they should argue every day. And I think that's what is done to us. I think they just find issue, and then you're going to turn the brown ones onto the white ones, and then you're going to turn the white ones onto the black ones, and then the golden retrievers onto this one. Because then it's easier for you and I to say, we're going to lose if we just have to fight 100. We're going to lose.
Facts.
So what are we going to do? We're going to try to divide and conquer. And so I think that's
the thing,
that's what happens. So that's my take on it. So it sounds like we're on the same.
Yeah, let's run far away from that question.
Yeah. I think we answered it really well, though.
Yeah,
I think
that was smooth.
I think that was a good way. Deflect. Look, I've been doing. I don't know if you saw my Instagram. I've been doing boxing lately.
I've seen that. Yeah,
so,
okay, bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, I'm learning.
That's fine. I want to get into boxing too.
Oh, it's so good,
when
bro.
I have the chance, when I have some time.
It's so good.
I love boxing. It's my second favorite sport.
Yeah,
behind basketball.
Behind ball. Yeah. I
boxing.
recently got back into ball after our episode. I started playing with my boy on Sunday mornings, and I was like,
fire.
See,
my guy's been slacking, but I haven't played in like a month or two or something. But I've been dying. I've been hitting the group chat up every other day,
being like, "Yo, when are we gonna?"
Yeah, they be slacking though. That's the whole.
I seen you hitting the gym again though.
Yeah,
I've
been getting in there. I've been doing what I got to do. Trying to gain some weight.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. Seeing those curls. I was like, "Oh shit! Look at her. He got big."
A little bit bigger since last episode.
All right. I am depressed because my girlfriend broke up with me. What can I do to help myself? All right. How are you going to help homeboy out? His girlfriend broke up with him. He's depressed.
I'll say this because we've all been there.
That's true. We've all had that girl that broke up with us, and
But what I realize is it's obviously easier said than done, but you got to be able to lose that and be okay with yourself. So I feel like the only thing that you can do is love yourself, because it's clear that you like it's one thing to be sad, of course, but if it's like I don't know what to do at that point, it's like you loved her way more than you loved yourself. So hit the gym,
good point.
Find a passion, find a hobby, stimulate your brain, because it's all chemicals being released in your brain. You just need to match that energy in something else. You know what I mean? Put that love that you had for her into yourself, which in turn goes into something else that will be healthier. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for an example, before I dropped Timeless Sessions, I was going through something with a girl, you know what I mean? And like after that, I just remember being sad, and I'm like, the first thing I realized was like, damn, I was loving her more than I was loving myself. I had to really, but it was hard to look in the mirror. A lot of people can't do that, so it's easier to just be like, oh, I'm depressed because she left me. I'm just gonna sleep all day. It's mad easy to do that, and it feels like that's the pull. That's where you get pulled into doing. But it was hard to look at myself and be like, damn, I messed up. I gotta love myself more. I bring all these things, not just to the table, just to life in general, to everybody. I have all these good qualities, you know what I mean? I have talents, and I was already making music, just wasn't really going hard with it. So first thing I did after that was locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just locked myself in the studio. That's why I called it Timeless Sessions, because I was just, every session was timeless. It was like, I don't even know, they was just so different, because the way that the mind state that my mind entered was just, it was so different after that, because I really locked in with myself, you know what I mean? But it took a lot for me to have that conversation with myself about like, why is this getting me so sad? Like, yes, I'm sad, but why specifically this person? So
you self-reflected.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people don't do. I love that you said, I looked in the mirror, and I think it
was hard.
It is, because it's hard, because sometimes we've all been through it. Like you said at the start of this question, we've all been through it. No man has anything outstanding. Every man has had a girl that broke up with them, wanted to date somebody else, whatever, or something similar to that effect. But you're right. Like, how do you look at yourself in the mirror and say, what did I do wrong? What can I improve on as an individual, so that way this doesn't happen again? Or if it does, how can I love myself to the point where I don't need to have that? Obviously, we all want to be loved. But how do I love myself enough to the point where this person not being here anymore isn't going to impact me? Because the sad truth is my friend here who says I'm depressed because my girlfriend broke up with me. The truth is, bro, most of the time she's not coming back. That's just me being real with you. I'm not trying to upset you. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. She's probably not coming back. If she does, that will be a shock to me.
And also, if she does, it'll be a different person.
Exactly.
So will you. So will you. But that's the thing, is you have to make sure, if that time does come when she comes back, that you became a different person for the better. Mm-hmm. Because there's going to be time's just going to keep moving on. So like you're going to be something from this, good or bad. You make the choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that was such a big event in my life that I was going to be different after it. But it was like, that's when it gives me the choice. Are you going to be good or bad? And like, I just realized, like, you know, feeling, if a person leaving me, or if a person doing something like doing me wrong made me feel worthless, then I never knew what my worth was to begin with, because they shouldn't be deciding my worth. You know what I mean? They didn't live the 22 years with me. They just met me at this point. I know myself best. I see myself 24/7. I'm with myself literally nonstop. So it's like, if someone else can make me feel worthless, I already messed up way before that by not knowing my own worth. You know what I'm saying? So it needs to be like, oh, they messed up. And if it's genuinely like, if I did something wrong, okay. But if they just left for someone else or whatever, you need to be able to be like, to recognize that they made a mistake. Yep. That you weren't the mistake. You know what I'm saying? Because your first thought is that you was the mistake. But really, you got to be able to realize, like, yeah, you might have messed up. You might have put them on a pedestal too high. You might not have been doing exactly what you're doing, but you still, that doesn't just mean you're worthless. Like, you had worth before this person, and you'll still have worth after this person. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
No, that honestly, bro, that's great. That's great advice. I think that's really cool, and that you were able to share that. And truth be told, my friend, you're depressed because your girlfriend broke up with you. Most of the time, I got to be upfront with you. It's probably a situation. You're probably not depressed. It's probably just a depressing situation. Mm-hmm. So as JG said at the beginning, go to the gym, hit the gym, hang out with your boys. We said that earlier in the episode, hanging out with your boys.
Feel me?
Go hang out with your boys, and I can almost assure you that give it a month or two, and you'll start to feel better about yourself, because you'll be going to the gym. So I'm sorry to hear that.
So many other things in life, bro. You're just hyper-focused on the relationship, which is why it seems so prominent. But just be hyper-focused on the hobby. Yeah. Hyper-focused at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, something else, and you'll feel that same, like, and things that'll never leave you. You know what I'm saying? The gym is always going to be there. There's always going to be gyms open.
Yes.
When there's not, you can always do push-ups. So if you fall in love with working out, it will never leave you.
No.
You'll be all right 24/7.
And the last point I want to make on this is like you said, if you're this depressed about it, most likely you were probably spending way too much time with this person. Yeah. You probably weren't doing this other stuff, because if they're your everything to the point where it's like, wow, my whole world collapsed, which does happen to all of us. Like I said, we've all been down this rabbit hole, so I'm not trying to act like we're not, but do stuff for yourself as well. Like, have your own individual hobbies that are not associated with your next girlfriend, or if you two get back together. Do stuff that it's just you, so that way, if anything ever happens, you still have something always to fall back on.
100%. And I want to add one more thing, is that, because that just made me think of it too, like, if they, like you said, if they leave and now your world is crashing, it just really makes you think, what was your foundation? You know what I'm saying? And Boom. It's like, that's also not fair to the other person, that they have their own 24 hours. They have their own, say they're my age, 22 years that they lived also, that I wasn't there for. And now I'm putting all my emotional, everything lays in their hands. So, you know, they might just be having a bad day, and they might talk to me in a way I don't like, but they hold so much weight in my life that now my day's ruined because of the way they reacted to me, you feel me? Instead of me just being there for them. Because I put all that weight on their shoulders, added, without even realizing it, because I'm putting them so high on a pedestal. It's like, that's not fair, and that drives people to leave, honestly. And then once they do, you feel like, oh, my world is crashing. It's one thing to feel sad. Everybody's going to feel sad about somebody. And I felt like that, like my world was crashing. But like I said, I had to reevaluate everything. But when you feel like that, it's just like, you know, like, I realized it wasn't fair of me to put that on the person I was talking to either. Because it's like, they have their own responsibilities. I shouldn't be a responsibility of theirs. We should both be in this because we want to, because we can, not because it's a responsibility on either of us. Or like, we should hold that, like, emotional, like, weight for the other person.
I find that the best relationships are when you have two individuals that come together, as opposed to just two people that just are all always around each other 24/7. Like, you have to be your own individual person. Like, and you brought up a good point too. You're with yourself 24/7. You're with your own thoughts, your own heart, your own feelings. That person can do the best they can to understand that and be there for you, but they're not going to be. You have to eventually overcome that, as you mentioned. Look in the mirror, work through it, power through. The only answer is hard work. I mean,
100%.
And masculine excellency. That's the only. That's the only answer. So
it's saved me so many times in my life. Every
Me too.
time. It's what I fall back on. Like, my initial reaction is just to work. Whenever I get sad, it's like, how can I work? I need to produce something.
That's that. I say that too. I said that to one of my friends the other day. I said, if you told me, Nathanael, you have to complete this monumental task, what emotion you want to feel? I want to feel sadness. I want to feel an emotion to be able to like power through something. And
like,
just go through.
Yep. Yeah.
That's why sometimes, listening to those sad R&B songs at the gym help you get through that last set. You're
bro,
like,
I got my plalyst with all that soft shit.
Yeah, so do I. So
it's literally called soft shit. It's all my shit like that where I just, sometimes it's what you need, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it ironically brings out that dog in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Yeah.
Next question. There's a pretty girl I work with. How do I talk to her if I'm too scared?
All right, that's easy, bro.
Yeah. Bro, why are you scared?
Stop putting her on a pedestal, bro. Don't flirt with her. This is what I realized, yo. If you really want good advice, bro, if you want to flirt with a girl, don't flirt with her. And you're like, what does that mean? Just talk to her normal, bro. If you, like, because she already has, I bet money if she's pretty too, she has every guy in that workplace
trying to hit her up, yeah.
If it's a factory, yo, you need this pallet jack? Yo, you needed me to lift this for you? You need this? If you just come up to her and just be like, yo, like, talk to her the same way you would talk to your guy, your boy, like, I guarantee she's going to look at you different and be like, oh, damn, he's just cool. She's going to start feeling you. Mm-hmm. She's going to chase you, I promise, bro. Like, it's not even saying to do it like that. That's how you should be treating everybody anyway, bro. Don't put women, don't put no other guy just on no pedestal just because they got something more than you or because they're pretty. I'm telling you, bro, you treat
because
everybody
you want
normal.
the you know what, yeah.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, if you just treat them normal and just like, treat everybody like, not even on some like corny shit, like treat everybody the same, but for real, just treat everybody just like, talk to her normal, bro. You'll get your way.
Yeah.
Easy. Because the number one thing people like is charisma. And when someone knows somebody's flirting with somebody, it's hard to be charismatic because we see through your act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you just have the charisma of just chilling, just chopping it up, you feel me? Like, even, like, you don't think women want good conversations? They don't always want to be flirted at.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you don't think they just want to just chill sometimes too?
Yeah.
And those are the guys that they love the most.
Yeah.
You feel me? The ones that could just chop it up with them. And then if you want to do what we got to do after work, we could do it. But you got to let her, like, she got to see that you don't need it.
Yeah.
That you just like her vibe. You feel me?
I 100% agree with that. I want to say the scared. Bro.
I felt that before, but you got to get rid of that shit.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that, man. Like, it's a girl. If you go in intimidated, she's going to see through that. She's going to understand right there. She's going to go ahead and be like, this guy's too scared. He's not on my level. You got to have confidence. You got to be up with your chest up with your, and just even something as simple as like, oh, that's a nice sweater today. That's flirting, but it's not like, it's not, over the top.
That's my point is you would say that to a guy. You'd say, oh, that sweater's fire. Bro.
I said it to you when I was like, even though I'm not a Pistons fan, I like that sweater. That's what I'm saying. You're right. Easy. You're completely right. Don't be scared. Be yourself. That people will be able to see through your fake attitude right away. So don't be fake. See through yourself. You saw that somebody liked that.
I was confused with that word.
Yeah. So that means because we're live, somebody liked that. Yeah.
Oh, it's live?
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I didn't even know that. Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
Yeah,
somebody liked that.
Lit. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. We're giving good advice here.
Yeah. Shout out to you, whoever liked that, because I didn't even know. I was like, damn, there's a thumbs up over my face. I was trying to play it cool over there.
Yeah, you're like.
I was like, damn, what is that?
Yeah, no, we're doing great. We're doing great.
Damn,
See,
that's what's up.
But that's what I mean. People like our authentic conversation because we're real. We're giving real advice, but we're also just speaking from experience. That's what I'm doing. I'm speaking from my experience of like, listen, no, you don't want to be scared. I've been there too. You said it too. I've been scared where I'm like, damn, the shawty's pretty. I don't even. It
didn't work out.
I don't even want to like say hi to her because I'm that nervous. But then it got to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say, hey, what's up? Like you said, have normal conversations, and that works.
People see. It's funny because a lot of people will see like just where we're at now, or like see you working, and they'll be like, damn, this dude never felt no type of thing. Bro, there's been times where I went up to a girl like mad shaky, like, can I have your snap? She'd be like I've had girls be like, No, and just walk away. Or I've waited. There's been a time where I waited till everybody was leaving to try to catch her in the moment, like quick, and she's literally just keeps walking, and I'm like, damn. But that's my fault.
And you
know
missed out. Yeah.
It wasn't her fault. I would do the same thing. Why should she give me a chance if I'm showing her I can't handle it?
Yeah.
Already before I even get the chance. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that like sex is worth $1 million. I mean, but if you had $1 million, you feel me, like, and you wanted somebody, you needed somebody to trust with it, you wouldn't trust the person that's mad scared to come up to you.
No.
You need somebody that's like, yo, I could hold down your $1 million and flip it. If anything, you feel me?
Yeah.
We'll be good. Like, you good with me? Then you're gonna be looking at them like, all right. At least they came up confidently. But if they're like, can I hold your $1 million for you? You're gonna be like, oh hell no, get the hell out of my face.
Yeah, you're gonna
You know
steal
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, or
You're
you're
like,
not.
nah, I don't even trust
you.
you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't handle this opportunity. You feel me?
I
Especially
agree.
with a good looking girl, bro. You gotta be ready for the task, man.
You do, because there's a lot of them out there. So you really just have to be confident. You have to be strong. You cannot be afraid. You can't be afraid. You said you were scared. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Treat her like a normal person. Nothing to be scared of. The worst she can say to you is no. She might tell you, oh, you're ugly, whatever. If she does, then dude, you're better off not even dealing with a chick like that. Like, that's just me being real. Like, if she's gonna tell you that, then
Nah, facts.
yeah, like,
I've dubbed girls because of the way they've dubbed guys.
yep. Yeah.
Girls that want me, I've seen the way that they act to guys that they don't want, and now I don't want you. Because what if you didn't want me? You would have
Exactly.
treated me like that. Hell nah.
Yeah.
Get
No.
out of here, bro.
Treat everyone the way, like you said, not to be corny. Treat everyone the way that you would treat. Yep. I like it.
Smooth, bro. It's easy.
Yeah. All right. This person said, "Fuck ass and boobs." Oh no. Okay, I see. He's saying, "Fuck ass."
okay.
Like he's saying,
Yeah.
he's saying, forget it.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, fuck ass. Holy shit. Straight like that. Fuck ass. All right.
Oh shit. No. So
on
he's
some
saying,
shit.
"Fuck, comma,
Yeah.
ass and boobs" on some real shit. What is the number one thing you look for in a woman? Okay, I get it now. I get
okay.
it now. So he's saying not. He's saying not.
Yeah, I'm like, I get it, though. You go first, because I want to think about mine.
All right. Ooh, that's a good question. I think I look for a woman that's protecting my spirit because they can. We were just talking about a pretty girl. They can provide you with beauty, but at a certain point, I'm not saying that they're not beautiful. They will always be beautiful in your eyes, but at a certain point, they're not going to be that 24, 25, 26-year-old girl that you once fell in love with.
Yeah.
At one point, you will be 52, 53, things sagging. It happens.
Nah, that's a good point, though.
So, to me, I look for a woman that's genuinely going to protect my spirit, and it's going to go ahead and, hey, when you're sick, I'm going to lay in bed with you. I'm going to risk my own health so that way you are there and healthy, rubbing up on my head, that type of stuff. That's what I look for. I don't look for, like... obviously, yes, we all want to go ahead and find that girl that is beautiful, like, and what have you. But eventually, physical looks go away.
Facts.
So I think I look for someone who's going to genuinely protect me and my spirit. And
I agree with that.
And you notice it, too. When a girl really loves you, they almost become
bro.
this lioness. Like, they're like, no, that's my man. You're not going to touch him. You're not going to be around him like that. They almost
want to do things for you.
Exactly. So that's what I look for.
Nah, I agree. With the, like I'd say, like that nurturing spirit. I need that that feminine energy, but also what I like is like a balance of the feminine energy, because I seen a video earlier about some dude, like it'll make sense, but some dude said he has some feminine energy in him because you need a balance, and I'm like, damn, that's true. I feel like you do need some type of balance to be able to get in touch with your south side, just not crazy. But I like it on the opposite end too. I like a girl to be feminine. You need to have that feminine, that nurturing spirit, and be able to, like you said, rub my head when I'm sick, do all that. But also, you can't be completely on that side. You got to be able to, like, I could chill with you too. Like, we could cool it. So if I see that you're cool, but you also got that good, like, spirit to balance it out, that good feminine energy, I think that's smooth. And also, I'm at that age where a lot of people are having kids. Not saying I want kids right now, but I'm just saying I'm at that age, so I'm starting to look for, would you be a good mother to my kids? Would I be embarrassed to bring you around my people and be like, this is the mother of my kids? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a really good point, bro.
And like, if things were going wrong, would you stand on the morals of your kids come first before anything? Because I see that happening 24/7. It's happened, with my family, with a bunch of people that I've went to high school with. Like, they're good moms, but then they let relationship things come before the parenting, which it really damages the kid. So I just want to make sure. I don't know. You can't really make sure, but that's something that I will look for is like, you know what I'm saying? If things go rocky, would you still put my kids before me?
Yeah.
But before yourself and before your feelings and your anger or whatever it is, you feel me?
That's a good
So
point
I think
because
the
I
kids
think
is a big thing because I want kids.
I think God forbid if anything like let's say you become a dad in 10, 15 years, whatever, and God forbid something happens to you, the last thing you want to think of is, oh, is she running around with some other dude or is she taking care of your kids? You see it?
feel
Yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
Or like
I
there's some
agree with
people that will
sentiment.
weaponize their kids, and I think that's like the worst thing you could do. Like, oh, you won't see your son because you're, fucking mad bitches, blah blah. Like, all right, that might be wrong.
Yeah.
But bro, the kid needs a dad. You're not taking, like, a lot of people will see it as, oh, I'm taking the kids from your dad because that's your punishment as a dad. No, you're taking the dad from the kids, bro. No matter what the dad did, they need their father in their life, bro. Father is so it's so important, bro. Like, I can't stress that enough, bro.
Yeah, they're not around anymore. They're not around anymore.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with my dad, and luckily we're cool now. I got really cool with him when I was 18, and like that's my guy, bro. That's my dog. You know what I mean? But it was hard growing up without him because I had to just teach myself a lot, like almost everything, bro. A lot of shit, and I just don't want that for my son, bro, or hypothetical son, daughter either. I don't want that because she needs, my daughter will need to know what a man is, what a man isn't too, to protect herself and move cautiously through the world.
And how a man will treat her.
Navigate, and know what to look for. Because a lot of these girls don't know. Their standard is so low, they don't even know that they should deserve better, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So I think the number one thing I'm going to look for in a girl is making sure that we could, like, in the future, if we start a family or whatever, or even if it was an accident, that you would still be, it would be a good accident, or an accident that ends up working out. Because, you know what I'm saying? Slip-ups happen, but I just want to make sure that if a slip-up does happen with you, you're going to be there for my kids. Like, before anything. You can hate my guts. Just please love my kids more than you hate me.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
It's true. I like it. What do you think is the top red flag a girl can have? Telling you she wants to do OnlyFans after. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that is crazy. That's a big. That's not even a red flag. That's just a fuck no. It's a hell no.
That's a hell no in my book.
Fuck
no.
outta here.
Yeah.
A big red flag.
Nothing against the people who want to do that. If you want to do that, that's your prerogative. But that's not. That,
Yeah, no.
That ain't gonna be my thing, and I don't think that's most men's thing. That's just me being upfront. No.
Nah.
Like,
and even the dudes that say they're okay with it, they don't. They just love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bottom line, they just love you so much that
they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll deal with it.
So, what do you think the top red flag a girl can have is?
Damn. That hot girl, mean girl shit. I hate that shit so much, bro. That shit is not attractive, not even the slightest. Or being like, always, if she's always talking shit, bro, it's like, yo, do you ever have a good day? Like, girls be so like, I don't know, at least my age, bro, all I ever see is girls reposting things from like Justin LeBoy or whatever his name is, like, and it's always like an indirect to somebody to lift themselves up, like, you know what I'm saying?
So they're taking shots at somebody else.
Yeah, even if it's not like a direct shot. Like, I seen some girls post something about like, oh, I'm glad my face is like prettier than all these other bitches or some shit. It's like, bro, how do you start your day with so much negativity?
Like, why do you have to take a shot
it.
to lift yourself up?
Yeah, and they don't even realize it. That like, I feel like energy is so big that what you put out is what you get in return as well. And it's like, I can't be around somebody that's constantly putting out negativity, because I constantly put out positivity, which doesn't mean that I'm always happy. It's just, even when I do feel like that, I still put out positivity.
I'm the same way. I think just naturally I do that. I think, and that's not me saying I'm always an internally happy person, but to me it's like,
I'd be sad, I'd be mad, I'd be everything.
Yeah, same. But to me, I'm like, why am I gonna put so much attention and on sadness on how I feel when that doesn't have any impact on how I need to perform or how I need to act or what I need to do? Like, I still got work. I still got to train. I still got shit to do. So I'm not going to put that much emphasis on how I feel when it has no effect on what I need to do
at all, bro. And it's like, right, if I'm sad, if you're having a bad day, what do you want? You want to have a good day, right? But if I go out, so how would you have a good day? Maybe people giving you compliments, or like if you went out to the world having a bad day and everybody was nice to you, have a good day.
Yeah.
So how can I go out? It's like if I'm always putting out negative energy. If I go outside having a bad day, see the mailman and I'm like, fuck you. How am I expecting him to be nice to me and me to get that positive energy from other people?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to ruin his day. So why wouldn't he try to ruin my day? He's gonna say, no, fuck you. So now I'm hearing is negative things coming in my direction. But it's like if I go out, I'm having a shitty day and I hold the door for somebody and I smile extra hard and they're like, damn, thank you. Yeah. Little shit like that. I'm like, damn, all right, my day just got a little bit better. And then I go in somewhere else and I'm like, someone doesn't have enough money to pay for their $5 meal. Oh, I got you. And now they're like, wow, they show mad appreciation. Now I feel better, even though I was having a shitty day. It doesn't always have to be money. It's just like little shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to be positive in every step I take, every move I make. It tries to be calculated in a way that's like, just gonna like better me. Because that should be hard, bro. Like, obviously I have my days, but I just can't stand when people just constantly put out negativity. Because it's like, yeah, your day sucks, but you're actually making it worse. So I can't feel bad for you. Like, right. Your day should only suck to the extent of the shit you can't control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how much your day should suck. It shouldn't. No day should be 100% terrible, because if it is, that means you made it bad at some point too, or you added on to it. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if my car breaks down, that sucks, but that's one thing. Now, if I go react horribly to it and I have a horrible day for the rest of the day, that was my fault.
It's like that. I've seen it on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter where it says, if you had $8,000 and you lost $5,000, would you still have all this money? And they were like, yeah. And it's basically saying like the minutes you have in a day. So if you wasted 5 minutes that were negative, would you allow it to ruin all your whole day? And the answer is no. It's a short. No. And that's what I try to instill in a lot of people too. I say, did you actually have a bad day or did you just have a bad moment? There's a difference.
100%.
Did you have a bad moment? Yeah.
100%. And I'm not going to lie, it is a really tough, like, it's tough to get to that mentality. But I swear to God, once you do, it's like, I feel unstoppable. I really feel like, not that I'm better than anybody, but I feel like I walk differently than almost everybody around me, because that one little key of like, when I be feeling negative, that shit don't consume me no more. No. I'm able to just be like, yeah, this is not about to be a bad day. I decide when I want to have a good day, which is every day, bro. I be having good days every day, even when shit sucks. Like, bro, I don't know. Just every day has been smooth. Yeah.
I love that. No, I'm the same way, bro. I would say for me, the top red flag a girl can have, I would say if they're friends with their ex. That's
crazy.
That's a red flag to me.
That's crazy.
But people be doing that. People do that. Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I know people do that.
If you're doing
that's
that,
crazy.
I'm sorry. That's just not. You're not.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
Because to me, I'm like,
that's crazy, bro.
To me, I'm like, how can you be friends with somebody that? And I'm not talking about that you dated once here and there. I'm talking about that you legitimately had a relationship with. If you're friends with that person, if you went on one casual date with someone and it didn't work out, the chemistry was awkward, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you legitimately slept with this person, did stuff with this person, and you're still claiming that you're friends, I just don't really have time for that. That's me.
Yeah, definitely not. And like, I think it's the same thing that I was saying earlier. Is like, I don't want to stop you from being friends with anybody. You're allowed. Exactly. You could choose whoever you want to be friends with. Just not with me.
Yeah.
Anymore.
It won't be with me.
Or we're just gonna be friends too.
Yes.
That's it. You feel me? That's how it's gonna have to be.
What's the number one thing that you can do to help me pull girls? What is that?
What can I do? What can I do for you, bro?
What does that mean? Pull girl. That means like get a girl, right?
Get girls, yeah. I mean, shit, what can I do, bro? Like,
you got to do
the confidence,
yourself.
bro. Honestly, the confidence. And number one, I'd say even just that question shows that you're not confident in yourself. I can't do anything for you, honestly. You got to be able to answer that question for yourself. Because you know whatever you have to do, bro, like whoever asked that, you know exactly what you got to do deep down. You know that, like, I don't know, like I knew that when I wasn't, not that everything's about girls, but I knew when I wasn't getting enough girls, I knew why. Like, I wasn't dressing right. I was small. I wasn't really like, I had no passion. I wasn't putting no effort into it. I was not confident, bro. I'm still learning my confidence, but I was like antisocial, bro. So I couldn't be like, but you asking, like me asking somebody else, yo, how do I pull girls? That's one of those things that in itself is already showing, like, you know what I mean? You gotta, it starts by knowing who you are, bro. It starts by knowing who you are, because you don't know who you are. clearly. You don't know the power that you hold. I think everybody holds a certain power if you use it the right way.
Yeah.
And if you find out what that power is, you feel me? So you got to figure that out, see it in yourself, and the confidence, bro. You're going to, like, bro, you're going to miss shots. You're going to hit shots. So just take them.
I won't say your name, but all right, you want my advice? Because I'm a charitable man. So I'm going to give you my advice, okay? It starts with you. It does not start with pulling girls. Fuck that mentality. Get that out of your head. It starts with you. It starts from the moment you open your eyes in the morning to the moment you close your eyes in bed. It starts with you. Every morning you wake up, you do as many push-ups as you can. Then the next day, you try to beat yourself. Then the next day, you try to beat yourself. You focus on yourself. As soon as you wake up, you get water in you and on you. You put it on your face. You shower. You drink some water. And you work hard. You train hard. And you be honest. You don't snake anybody. Mm-hmm. You're confident. You're strong. A strong body's a strong mind. So if you
bro, like, women's the last thing. It comes with it, bro.
Yeah, like I'm telling you right now, you doing that, the girls will gravitate towards you. You won't have to do some fucking cheesy pickup line and be able
I've never used a pickup line.
No, and be able to get them at a bar. No. So
yeah, bro,
it starts with you, not with the girls.
Yeah,
that like you said, that mentality of like if you're asking that question,
yeah, bro. Honestly,
I'm not gonna put you on blast, but
and it's no shade to him because I feel it, but it's just like, you feel me, money. Like I would say, success doesn't come with girls, but girls come with success, bro. So chase the success, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, don't worry about girls, bro. They're gonna be there. They'll come with that shit, but you're not gonna get no success out of getting girls because there's a bunch of dudes, right, that they fuck bitches all day long, but they're not gonna go nowhere with that. They're gonna be like, and no shade to them, but in 20 years they're gonna be in the same city down the street from their high school doing the same thing, just having sex with a bunch of girls, bro. It's like, and you're going to be successful having sex with a bunch of, like, your choice. You're going to be able to, I want that. I want that. This dude's out here just getting what they can do, bro. It's not so, like, pulling girls. It's too broad of a statement, bro, to be like, you know what I mean?
Bro, there's dudes that are just slinging cocaine that are just tearing through it right now. Like, you can't sit here and have this attitude. You have to. Bro. It starts with you, man. Be, like he said, be a successful man, and that way you be a man worth sleeping with. Like, with all due respect, like,
yeah, facts.
Think about it like this. That'd
be a good option for these women.
I was gonna say, like, think about it like this. Back in, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, you could be the hot chick in, I got the like, you see that?
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, yeah. I think you got one before, too.
Oh, did I?
Like 5 minutes ago.
I'm shooting fire, that's why.
Yeah, we're going crazy.
We're going off. Yeah, it shows the likes on it, which is really cool, yeah. I was going to say, now, fuck it. You made me, oh, no, I got it back. 20, 30 years ago, you could be the hot chick in Wyoming, and and all you had to do was be the semi-sporty guy in Wyoming, and you could pull that girl.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you legitimately have to be a worthy man.
Yeah.
You do. And think about it.
Put that time in.
You do, because if you're a hot girl in Wyoming, this random person from Canada can be in your DMs, this random person from Mexico. It's no longer just the field is, like you said, it's too wide of a spectrum now. So you have to be a man worth sleeping with, worth keeping.
There's so many guys,
there is, and you have
every squirrel is trying to chase a nut, bro.
And you have to go ahead and be a man that stands above and beyond. You can't sit there and just go, oh, because I one time scored a touchdown in high school. That makes me. That's not going to work. That's not the way. It was 20 years ago.
Yeah, maybe back then.
It's not the way it is now. So,
yeah, bro.
Especially with social media. So.
Yeah, when you stop worrying about it, bro, it comes to you in abundance.
Yep.
Like, just don't even worry about it. That's literally, like, the best advice I can give you about pulling girls is don't worry about pulling girls, bro. Worry about yourself.
Yep.
And they're going to pull you, bro. They're going to be trying to get you 100%. That's it.
The last one is not about girls, which, all right, I'm glad, and not about the government.
Yeah, bro.
That was crazy.
Very interesting.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was a crazy ass question.
Yes.
They're trying to get me my career over before it started. You know what I mean? They're trying to ruin me.
I want to get into media and podcasting. What steps can I take?
Oh,
all right.
That's for you.
That's for both of us. You're in media.
Oh, true.
I think if you want to get into media and podcasting, I think you have to be confident within yourself. I think you have to, again, it starts with yourself. You have to be honest with who you are. You have to be compelling. You have to be a man worth being listened to. You can't just go ahead and say, oh, because I want to start a podcast or I want to get into music space or media, whatever you think media is. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you think that means TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever you think that is. And you also have to understand that it's hard work. You have to understand that it's dedication. You have to wake up every single day. You have to be dedicated to what you want to do. Like Jason said earlier in the episode, as soon as he leaves work, he's working on his next thing. You can't be a person that goes, it'll come to me. Nothing good ever happens by accident. You don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, oops, my bank account has more money today, and it happened by accident. Whoops. No, you have to work hard. You have to get there. And eventually, after you work hard enough, you will get there. It's not going to be something that you just happens overnight. That's so cliche. Rome wasn't built in a day, or it doesn't happen overnight, which is completely true. It really doesn't happen overnight, and you have to understand that it's a cause that you have to understand that it's a cause that if it's something you truly want, it's a cause that you have to be willing to risk it all for and take these risks and work hard for it. So that's the best piece of advice that I can give you for someone who wants to get into media and podcasting. Chris, you want to get in on this? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I said if Chris here. Chris, you want to answer this? Oh, yeah. Here, Jay, you answer.
So Jay knows real well. Like I really just jumped into it. So it's like you really just have to not be afraid to fail. So, whether with me, I jumped into it with camera work, so photography, videography, promotion too, just a lot of different types of media. But you got to jump into it. You got to be willing to learn, and you got to be okay with failing. And then surround yourself with people who know what they're doing. So, whether it's someone you look up to in whatever respective lane you're trying to achieve something in, learn from those people, be okay with learning from them, make connections with certain people that know what they're doing, and then find your own way to do it. So it's like, take tips from everyone around you that you see as a great, or that you see that has some sort of a talent. Like even, with them two right there, like I take things from them in their own respective lanes, and I apply it to myself, and I make it myself. So
I was just about to say too, like, because you said how you started. We started in October 2022. We was in PR. This dude bought, like, because I'm just peeping from my perspective. Like, he knows what he's done, but I'm peeping from, like, oh, it's my brother. I'm just watching this man work, you know what I mean? But, bro, he bought an expensive-ass camera for his first one. He's just like, all right, we going into it. We taking that risk. We go to PR, and he's like, all right, I'm going to just see what it could do. Take flicks. Bro, he didn't know much about recording, about media, about videography. Like, he just wanted to take that chance. And the fact that we did that, like, in October 2022, and now it's December 2023, and it's like, bro, he's made the greatest leap by. But my point is like, the leap that you took is because that jump that you made in that year is because how you first went into it. It's all about the foundation, you know what I mean? Because then after that, he's going to events without no media passes, but he's making hour-plus drives to these events that other people won't go to, And when he gets there, somehow he gets his foot in the door. That's the main thing. But it started with the foundation. Because if he went into this shaky, he would not be taking those drives, bro. You got to be able to take risks. And there's a lot of risks we can't really explain fully until everything pans out, you know what I'm saying? Right now, but we're taking risks daily, like jumping into this shit head first, bro. And I'm telling you, like, that, I think that symbolizes everything we're doing right now. Is like how you take drives without no media pass, but you're going to figure out a way. I think the main thing to get into this, anything in media or podcasting or rapping or anything on social media, is just take that chance and like Chris said, and just get your foot in the doors, bro. By any means, bro. Get in these buildings. Like, you feel me? Like, obviously I work at the Celtics. I got blessed by that, you know what I mean? But I know I'm there to work, but also like to network. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people. I'm in the door. I just need to figure out how to use this room to my advantage. You know what I mean? But you got to get in. Either way, my name's in that building. That's the main thing. Is like Chris's name has been in these buildings. Even if he doesn't get the media pass when he shows up, they knew this kid pulled up to the door. So no matter what, next time he pulls up again. And he pulls up again. And then eventually when you leave, your name stays. People are still finding out who you are, you know what I mean? And hearing about you. Feel me? So it's like, even just how we be like, oh, like, we'll go to an event and then we'll be like, oh, who's that cameraman? As long as you work, it'll work. One
thing, too, is you really got to be, like, before anybody sees you as whatever you want to see yourself as, you have to see yourself as that. Before,
main thing that we struggle with too,
and that's the confidence that you're talking about, of, like, going to these places. And, like, before I got real media passes, I got to show up and act like I have a media pass. Before you have a real song to blow up, you got to have the confidence of, like, you know, I got 5 songs coming. And then, you know, you see that in yourself, your people start seeing it in you, and then it's like a domino effect.
I don't even know if we could tell this, but I'm just saying, like, I remember one time you told me that you did literally showed up and was like, yeah, I'm Chris, I have a media pass, and you didn't. And they said, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it takes sometimes, bro. Like, people don't understand it, bro. Like, that's really all it takes is saying, I do have a media pass. A good example, matter of fact, shout out to my homegirl, Bree. I think she's one of the best examples ever, yo. If you go on Instagram, IEYE of Bree, 2 eyes. Yo, I seen her first time when she got into the Celtics, and she didn't have she wasn't on no media pass or whatever. She got in there and took full advantage of her opportunities. She's a photographer, and yo, she's incredible. Like, the leap that she's taken in the last few months has been insane, but I've looked at her for inspiration in terms of that, because I'm like, damn, you really took one chance, you got your name, and you got yourself into that building, and then the work that she's done with it is incredible. Now she's a personal photographer, you know what I mean, for set. She's incredible, bro. I'm telling you, like, but I personally seen her first day there. To see that jump, bro, is all just from taking a chance. And I told her that, like, I've already given her props, you know what I mean? Like, you taking that chance is mad inspirational, because it's like, that's just a symbol for everything. Yo, all the blessings that she has, she's earned, and they were on the way before they actually came, you know what I mean? But they all stem from her taking that. Yeah, no bullshit. Like, she made those happen, bro. I don't know. That's just that's like, she's a really good example. So if y'all want to see, like, you know, she's a good person to tap in with, because she's everything that anybody's saying about taking a chance, she's done it. I've seen it, and that's just what I've seen. So I don't even know the real chances that she's taken, the tribulations she's been through. I'm just seeing in the last few months of her starting the job at the Celtics, that was a huge risk that she was taking, like, and she got herself in the door, and it's worked out tremendously for her, bro. Just trying, like, I can't even stress that enough, bro. Trying and just always coming back and always being able to take that risk is really the difference maker, bro. That's the only difference between the people that make it and the people that don't. Because I think everybody has the capability to make it, bro. To be honest, even the greatest rappers they're nasty at rapping, but are they saying words you don't know? No, you know every single word that they're saying. They just piece them together the right way. But you know what I mean? Like, they're not doing anything that you couldn't do physically. They just tried. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I couldn't have said it better myself. So, while we're wrapping up, plug in your socials. Both of you, you can follow me at I'm Nathanael Reyes, but go ahead and plug in your socials.
You can follow me at officialJG_ on Instagram. That's JAYG, not just the initials. And pretty much the same everywhere on TikTok. Apple Music is just JAY space G.
I just go by Chris Guigny. Chris, regular spelling, GUIGNI.
That's going to do it for this episode of the Reyes Reflection Podcast. I really appreciate you listening. Thank you so much for sending us your questions. Appreciate you all. We love you. May you live, may you love, and may you thrive.